Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, November 23rd. And we are in the short trade on crude. That is our first trade of the morning. I put in not initially, but after the first bar pull back up and the 20 is coming up in there, I made a 2-tick adjustment in that. But either way, it triggered in, so we're short. Unleaded had an early loss of 28 ticks, so 56 ticks down, and then the second short is being very successful. It was an 80 tick target 2 or a 52 tick target 1. So you could have gone with either one of those, and this will be a POQ trade. You're now got a trailer beyond target 2, so you got 80 plus ticks on target 2. Good morning, Armando. Good morning, Paul. Please do say hello so I know who's in the room. And hit that like button if you get value, if you're getting value out of the content. Markets are open, and that is a get in sync short that has not triggered in yet. It doesn't appear on the YM. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Miles. And now we have triggered in on the YM short, just down below the 50 EMA. And we'll see how that goes. Unleaded stop is at 22.12. Just barely staying in that so far, but that's a big trade. And stopping out of unleaded at 22.12. And a full stop out on the YM. Crude still hanging in, just going sideways. No trades in the pound Aussie this morning. There is a long trade on heating oil. So 35.71, and heating oil just triggered in. And a full stop out on crude. And good morning, Roger. And there is a quick spike through money management and back to break even on heating oil. Get in sync long on soybeans. Actually, that's set up. Actually, is that a trade? Yes, that's a valid trade. And triggered in just as the okay, there is a YM short that has been successful. Probably it's a smaller trade, so most likely taking target 2 at 33 ticks rather than 21 tick target 1. And our stop now at 601, it appears. Yeah, stops at 601. Our loss on the first trade was 90 ticks. That was a 45 tick risk trade. So we've got pulled back 33 of that, assuming target 2 on the second trade. 591 for the stop on the YM. Unleaded gas very much POQ this morning. Crude, however, took a full stop on its only trade, and that was $27 tick loss on 2 position, or 27 tick risk, so 54 on 2 positions, or 58 if you made the same adjustment I did. And another long on heating oil. Excuse me. Soybeans in the long trade and surviving. YM has stopped out of its short trade at 567 from an entry at 619. It's 52 ticks, so we got 85. We're now down 5, and we're in another short. This is an SMA trade. There is money management and target 1. And given that our priority now is to get positive, I would go ahead and take target 1 on this trade. Yeah, it's a 36 tick target, so that's where I would have gone, and this will be a POQ trade. So the YM taking 3 trades to get it done this morning. and then stopping out for a small trailer, and that gets us to POQ. Thank you, Roger. And another break-even trade on heating oil. Getting knocked out for a single tick. Energy's on a strong run this morning. Heating oil and unleaded pulled back while crude was going through that sideways movement, but all three again headed upward. Still nothing on the pound Aussie. There was an add-on long. That canceled out the exhaustion dots to set up the short. Here's another set of exhaustion dots for a short. So all we need is a down close. Well, at the moment, we are still long from way back here. This 743 trade was a get in sync. Target one in money management at 1271 even. Looks like big gyrations on the micro ES. Let's take a look at that. Unleaded with another strong trade. We're not interested in that. We're already POQ on unleaded. So let's take a look and see what search say. Strong down and upward swing on the micro ES. Oh, and a short on crude at 78.53, it looks like. I definitely want to see that show us a pullback after that strong a move. but it may not do that. And there's a pullback to the entry. Let's see if it goes higher than that. I want to see it test that high one more time before I'm willing to take this trade. Missing money management by one tick on crude. Now that the 20 is up above our entry at 78.54, I'm willing to take a shot at this one if it comes back down. And there it comes back down. And it looks like we're about to get a long setup for the micro ES Catapult micro ES 835 session at 8:50 Central. When this bar closes, we've got a crossover, and we'll get a long trade. 2 ticks above the high of the bar, which at the moment is 91.75, so 92.25 would be the current entry. And another break-even trade on heating oil, actually losing a couple of ticks because of key level adjustment. And finally, a short on heating oil. And money management on crude. Money management and target 1, so that is a POQ, and there's target 2. Actually, no, it's not POQ because we were down after the loss. Hitting target 2 on the nose. Stop at 52. And hard bounce off of the 50. Let's see if the 20 keeps us in. Nope. Yes, the 50 kept 20 kept us in. Stop down to 47. And stopping out at 47. So 7 ticks on the trailer. If you use that, 13 and 22 on the targets. So you just using the 2 fixed, as is the trade plan, was 35 ticks. So we're still down 21 or 25, depending on how you adjusted on the initial trade. And here's a third trade, short at 78.29. Okay, money management on this third trade. This is the last trade of the session, the mini session. Stop to 28. And we now have I'm showing our first trade on the pound Aussie as a long. And target 2 achieved on crude. So target 1 and target 2 achieved. That definitely should get us POQ, as well as being the final trade of the 3 trade sequence for our 9 a.m. mini session. All right, crude stopping out, so that's done. Our first short on heating oil hit target 3 and stopped out for an additional tick on the trailer. Subsequent short hit money management and was a break-even stop. Now we have a long that's hit target 3. So winning string of trades this morning on heating oil. And stopping out for a few ticks on the trailer. Micro ES did not set up a trade. I'm surprised. That's because we had already had the crossover earlier. And we didn't cross back to red. That's a case where the running the cat lines on price change rather than on bar close gives you a false crossover when they don't they come together, but they don't cross. You have to be aware of that and refresh the strategy using the F5 to repaint the color of the cat lines. Short trade didn't on heating oil. So YM crude unleaded complete. And the pound Aussie trade on my chart canceled. The long on trade today was at 85.56. And there's a 10 a.m. crude trade for a continuation of the short at 77.99. Missing target on crude by one tick. Or I'm sorry, missing money management. And no, that was money. There's money management. And target 2. So that is a POQ session. And the stop would come down to, since we do have hit target, I would go ahead and bring the stop down to 77.98 and target 3. So two targets and positive on the 10 a.m. crude session. Everybody's being quiet this morning. We did take a full stop out on soybeans, and now we're in a short, actually. And another target 3 on the short heating oil short, and one tick on the trailer. So I would say that we've got our wins on heating oil this morning. Pound Aussie, at least for my chart, has not. It's had one setup, but that setup canceled without triggering in. That setup for me was at 85.16. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not trade today. That's a trade from Friday. So trade today's had nothing. And I haven't seen any posts from Kevin since Friday. So he seems to be on mobile, on Discord, but I haven't seen any posts from him. So I don't know if there's a problem there or not. The fact that he's on just on mobile, although I saw him earlier showing he was on from computer, so don't know the status there. All right, questions this morning, because we are about done with what we've got to watch. We've got Pound Aussie. Oh, I know what we haven't looked at. Let's see what Catapult did on unleaded this morning. 8:45 start. Crude did stop out at 97. So 2 ticks on the trailer if you were using that. Getting targets 2 and 3 using 2 fixed positions for 13 and 19 ticks. 32 ticks on that session, mini session. Oh, that would be a nice one to catch. Let's see if we did. Unfortunately not. That trade went off before our start time at 8:45. And I think I have the wrong trailer on that. Let me see something here. Forex markets to close sometimes, but I was able to place an order this morning on the Pound Aussie, and in fact, there's another long trade on my chart. All right, yeah. I think the trailer is supposed to be the Cat 9. So I'll have to go back and look at that. So anyway, that first trade didn't get us what we wanted. Unfortunately, went too far, too fast. Didn't give us an entry. So our first trade is this short. Hit money management, stopped out for a tick. Second short, same result. Third short, three break-even shorts. Who's your broker, Roger? Forex markets do close on occasion, but it's major holidays. Usually. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get an early close today. I haven't looked at the schedule. No, today's Tuesday. That would be tomorrow. If we might get an early close tomorrow, but I have not. I wouldn't expect a close today. And it looks like we finally have a long that got to target 3, and is currently waiting for the EMA to come up and trail. But yeah, there's no reason that Forex market should be closed today. Okay. Yeah, in fact, I'm on a Wanda as well, Roger, and I've been trading just fine this morning, and all of my charts on uh, SPFX are are fine as well. All my orders are in place and tracking there. So there's no reason for the forex markets to be closed today. They might be closed. It might close early tomorrow, like a noon close, or maybe a noon close on Thursday. But check the Awanda website. They'll usually give you a schedule of when they're going to be closed. Okay, two long winners on unleaded catapult, and the second looks like the second one's going to get us a little bit of a trailer here. I wouldn't expect that you would need to reboot, but yeah. Are you using MT4 or are you using something else? Did you get an Awanda account with Ninja Trader, or are you using MT4? Money management on this trade, and our first target is target 2 on the pound Aussie. All right. Okay, that's better news. And it looks like Pound Aussie is trying to make it up to money management and target two. And the micro ES going past 10 a.m. with no trades. So we'll wait till 10:30, actually 9:30 Central. All right. So there we are. right. Slow movement. And second full stop on soybeans, and now that is at entry at 1269.75. I would take that to 70.25. And that has so far kept us out of that trade. Since that trade set up just below the 200 EMA, I would take it a couple of ticks above it. And that has kept us out. It got up to 1270 even, but not 1270.25. So soybeans is flat. Yep, that's a nice, and we get a nice runner on that unleaded catapult trade. So that should get us to a that should be definitely be POQ. Bunch of break-even trades and a couple of winners. So that should get it done there. So soybeans and the pound Aussie, the only thing we're still watching, unless we get, I don't think we'll get to 1030. I'm not going to try to. Yeah, okay, we're right at 1030 now, but yeah, in fact we just rolled over 1030. And we can get in sync with the short on the micro ES catapult 5-minute chart. Big moves this morning on the ES, and we just touched money management on the pound Aussie. So let's bring that to break even. And I didn't get filled on that one, even though we hit the target. So the stop will go to 85.12. At least from my chart. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Roger. All right, came back close to the stop. Survived so far. I got a partial fill on my stop, even though we didn't get there. And broker's not treating me very well this morning. And it looks like the Catapult DS trade did get in sync. We got the close of the 1030 bar. It came up, hit the entry, or 1030, which would be 930 exchange time. So we are, you would be, if you're trading that, you would be in the trade. And let's see, that's a big trade, it looks like. Oh, Lord, that's target one is 15.75 points. If we can get partway there, I might be willing to start the, and target one, or the target two finally achieved on the pound Aussie. And this time I got filled on it. A partial fill happened to be target 4 in the trailer as I was moving orders. All right, folks. With soybeans and the pound Aussie being the only thing still running, price action pretty well dying off, plus the micro ES. I have questions out there. I believe I'm going to call it a morning. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Enjoy. Good luck with whatever trading you decide to do. If you're going to take some time off, that's great. And if you're going to try to trade tomorrow and or Friday, Also up to you. But we will see you back in the room on Monday with Troy. So I will wait to see if anybody has any questions. Given the size of that micro ES trade, that was a big 5-minute. Oh, you're quite welcome. Brad and Pamela. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. At least those in the U.S. or expats celebrating Thanksgiving in some other while they're in some other country. And we will see everybody on Monday. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful weekend. And we'll do it again next week. And it looks like soybeans is starting to make a move upward. It did finally trigger into the long. So soybeans is long, trade's third trade. Micro ES is short. As I was saying, given the size of that trade, I think I might have kind of shifted my positions down, gone ahead and taken some profit at the fixed 5-point target. Kind of take my target 1 position off there. And just instead of going targets, all 4 targets go fixed targets 1 through 3 with a trailer, just because of the size of that trade. Well, we will see what it does. And the pound Aussie stopping out, but that is POQ. We got target 2, which gave 2 positions at 12 ticks, plus 3 more positions getting 1 tick. And that is a POQ. So micro ES and soybeans still running. Let's take a quick look at what. We didn't ever look at that either. That was bean oil. Looks like a. Okay, we hit money management to start the trailer, but didn't get to break even. So we had a partial loss, and now we're in. Basic trade plan is a one and done, but we are, if you're trading, continuing to trade, we're in another long. So that's where we are there. Not much not anything much in the way of movement this morning. Now the micro ES has been a big mover, but it's just kind of consolidating right now. Big move up and a big move down after the open in the first big move up in the first half hour and a big move down in the next half hour. So we'll see what the day brings. Everyone have a good one.